Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam!
Light the beam, indeed. Enough talking about Jeremy Sohan Instagram stories off mic. Let's talk on mic for another one of these programs. Welcome into the Wednesday night edition of the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma. Once again, I am your host, Sam Freeze, joined in the room by the Cap, as well as producer extraordinaire LG.
Preseason's always no starters.
Exactly. Well, if you're the Cowboys, that's the first and second as well. Which again,
maybe the Niners should have been taking that heed, man. We lost our third string running back, torn pectoral.
Oh, third string running back. That would be.
When we had to play our fifth and sixth last year.
Yeah,
you get a little nervous.
Fair. Yeah, that's
you
fair.
Get a little nervous,
that's fair.
man.
Well, when I think of the Cowboys' third string running back, that's the equivalent of any other team's fifth or sixth string having to play, like you said. No, Cowboys play Friday night, so that's 13 days between their final preseason game and the season opener up in Philly, September 4th. Not to mention the fact that none of the starters have played football since December. Actual football besides, practice.
I wonder how many you're going to
Dak hasn't played since October, whenever that was that he got hurt last year.
Dak Prescott sucks.
Oh, buddy.
It's
It kills me on all the quarterback polls.
It's not good.
They have even the Madden scores. They have Dak Prescott and Brock Purdy the same. I mean, come on.
Well, you want to start with that? One of those guys has finished second place in an MVP voting in the last 2 seasons. The other one is Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
I would think that's disrespectful to Dak to be ranked the same as Purdy, not the way you're thinking of it from a Niners perspective.
He's actually been to the Super Bowl, been to an NFC championship, beat Dak Prescott.
I'm sorry, were you talking about the Niners team ratings or individual ratings of a quarterback?
He is the
because again, one of those
captain
guys
of that ship, isn't he?
One of those guys finished second in MVP voting behind the greatest football player potentially of all time. So it's going to be a long football season. There's going to be a lot of this, and you can pretty much rest assured because of how I think the Cowboys are going to perform this year. I'm going to come over to your side within 6-7 weeks. I'm going to be bashing the Cowboys worse than you are by about week 7.
I mean, if we have a receiver core, we're out there searching for receivers right now because we have Ayuk's not going to be back for a month. Ricky Purcell is probably the only healthy one. Pearsall. Purcell.
You got to say it like he's a villain in a Dukes of Hazzard episode. It's that Pearsall boy, Ricky Pearsall down there, just from up the road.
And now it's
running that shine cross county line.
Watkins, our up and coming second year player, he's hurt. Everybody's hurt. Who knows when Jawan Jennings comes back? I mean,
did you want to tell you that
his calf is flaring up, but that's just going to make Kittle and McCaffrey go up the draft boards a little more and a little more and a little more.
For fantasy?
For fantasy.
Yeah, for sure. we're gonna end up talking a little bit because I want to ask you, when I haven't played fantasy in 7-8 years now. This will be my first quote unquote team I've played, and I've got my GM in place.
You got your GM.
Claims he has multiple championship belts on the mantle already. So
skins on the wall.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But we need to talk without giving away too many of your draft secrets. Yeah. We do need to have some generic fantasy football draft talk for all the guys that aren't playing in our league but are still going to be drafting here in the next couple weeks.
The best advice I can give you is mock drafts. See where people are going, Realize this person's usually going 3rd or 4th round. Don't sit there and pick them in the 2nd because you can get them back on the swing. So knowing kind of the draft styles, and a lot of people go pick you up on those magazines where there's the top 100. Everybody kind of goes off of that, and then know your homers. Know who's a Dallas Cowboy fan because Dak Prescott's going to be a quick grab for them.
So the last league I played in, was when I was still across the street at what's the name? CMG Cox Media Group, back working for. Get your jokes in now. Back working over there with.
Was
them.
that like a hard job?
It was pretty stiff competition.
I mean,
it really was.
You had to be the elite.
Yeah, you couldn't come in there with any kind of limp, nonchalant attitude. You had to really focus. Really,
you had to get your nut.
That's correct. That's correct. No, we were playing over there, and the first, like 3 of the first 5 picks of the draft it was like Dak. It was still Romo. It was even before Dak. It's been that long. It was Romo. It might have even been like Julius Jones, maybe not that old, but it was whoever the running back was.
DeMarco Murray.
Yeah, that's who it was. It was DeMarco Murray.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
The year they gave him over 400 touches just to run him out,
burn him out.
Yeah, we're not going to re-sign you, sir.
and then the wide receiver was Dez, and those. Romo, Dez, and DeMarco were 3 of the first 5 picks in the draft.
Oh my God.
And I remember just sitting there thinking, like, you know what? I think I'm done with this.
So, pro tip number 1, pro tip number 1, don't pick your team. That's just like, unless it's like a defense or the kicker, that is going to go off.
Yeah, if you're a Cowboy fan, pick Brandon Aubrey because they're going to be kicking a lot of field goals.
Exactly.
And he's their best offensive weapon. Outside of CD.
Just let that one go so you can enjoy your team's game without sitting there being like, throw it to Ricky.
See, I've always fallen on the other side when it comes to not fantasy per se, but when it comes to betting regarding my favorite teams, like Cowboys games, majority of every game, every week throughout the season, I'll have money on the other team. So that then when the Cowboys lose, I don't feel as bad about it.
Yeah.
So at least I can be like, okay, well, I got a little something out of it. Yeah. It helps with the emotional turmoil of being a Cowboy fan.
So you're willing to spend money to garner a win?
That's correct, yeah. That's sports in general, is it not?
I mean, it kind of is.
It kind of is. Speaking of the Cowboys, we got to talk. Both of us have started through the Cowboys documentary. I'm curious.
Just trying to burn through it so I can just forget about it.
So tell me, you were 5 or 6 episodes in?
6 episodes.
6. Okay, so I'm only 2 in. So we're gonna take this in chunks.
I'm at the after 6 is where it's the fall of the dynasty. This is this post 95.
Oh wow! So the first 6 episodes are all still just through the mid 90s.
Oh, a lot of fluffing going up.
Yeah, okay.
Old Jerry.
That's kind of what I'm worried about. So I am 2 episodes in. I picked the roommate. Speaking of the roommate, she's here. Picked her up.
You know he has a national, like a natty championship ring from Arkansas.
He was an All-American offensive lineman. Yeah. He was the team captain of a national champion.
Co-team captain. Yeah. Never knew that.
Played guard at his side. Grant. Okay, we'll talk. We're going to talk about the documentary because I think there's a lot of things in there that a lot of people already know. Yeah. But there's stuff like that where still
did not know.
Yeah, educating a younger generation. But we got to talk the documentary and what I watched. We've got some other Cal notes to get to. We're going to try something new tonight as well. I've got with as many, the roommate and I do Who Won the Internet, which I cross your fingers.
Oh, could it be this Friday?
Potentially.
Maybe.
We're all of these last second travel obligations that pop up. Like I picked her up from the airport yesterday. She was in Cleveland first part of this week. And then I got a picture. I forgot to tell you all this Monday night. Tell me if this is not the sexiest thing you've ever heard a woman do, okay?
Yeah.
Ordering an Arby's roast beef sandwich at the Baltimore airport.
Some delicious Arby's?
Yeah,
in Baltimore?
At the airport.
Why did they make her go east to just go west?
Airplanes.
Airplanes.
Airplanes. Yeah, it's above my pay grade. But yeah, I forgot I had that on my. That was one of my notes that got left on the cutting room floor for Monday night.
Was it just a regular roast beef, or was it
beef
a
and
beef and cheddar?
Yeah,
Beef
definitely,
and cheddar.
definitely
Yeah,
beef and ched. So yeah, no, we got count. I mean, we're gonna try something new, calling it working title, the X-Files, which randomly turns out our producer extraordinaire has a tie-in there, as we will hear.
Nerd.
Oh, it's greatness. It's greatness. It holds up so well. No, basically, anytime something gets sent to me multiple times on X,
Yeah.
we'll probably end up doing an X-Files segment on it, because
Hey, Twitter world.
I've got a couple of clips that were sent to me multiple times already this week. So we'll get to those in our X-Files. And then main seggy, I swear I'm not trying to just do Project Marvel every main segment. But
it's coming to an end.
When it should come to an end tomorrow night, at least this phase of it, phase of the fight. The fight apparently is going to continue.
It's going to be happening for a while.
But earlier today, our city hall was turned into Pawnee Parks and Rec. Our little, just when you thought the absurdity couldn't get it, like we were talking about it the other Monday, about how we've entered this silly stage of our country's history. It's not just at the highest levels of politics. It's apparently even here at the local, lowest levels of politics.
Can't nobody compromise.
More. we had the mayor taking the microphone from Spurs Jesus of all people earlier today. So we'll have fun with that in the main seggy, and then of course funny you say that, the lightning round, as always, will close out the show, and we're going to end with a 5-year anniversary. Something happened 5 years ago yesterday.
COVID?
And we will, I mean, that too. We were right in the middle of, I think the NBA had just reopened the bubble, had just started their season back up, or were about to.
Yeah, I think, was it during?
Because they took the whole summer off.
Yeah, but I thought they did it before football opened. I thought they opened the bubble and started doing that during July, the end of July.
Was it that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, but it ran through, it was beginning of July, because they had to play 11 games to finish the regular season, or of what they called the regular season. Started July 7th, ended October 11th. So it went all the way into, but we got anniversary to get to there to close it out. But as always, we got to start with,
oh my God,
National Days. This one actually, the fajita one, I oversold Monday. I'll admit
that was a little.
Fajitas are delicious.
It was tasteless.
Okay. This one, actually, I'm sure a lot of people have seen. I enjoy this one personally. It is National Radio Day.
What?
And I
pat yourself on the back.
I don't get too sappy about a lot of things, but I do like to see all of the old timers, the Radio Hall of Famers. I do the podcast with Bama Brown from out of Austin over there. He's a Texas Radio Hall of Famer. He's got 37 years, almost 38 years now in local radio. So just the amount of stories those guys have. Jay King here. Not Jay King. Jay King's the DFW guy. Jerry King, the classic country now guy here, was one of the first dudes I got to work with. Speaking of Cox.
Yeah. Speaking of Cox.
Don't pull that as a drop. Some of these old school radio guys, it's like talking to someone. Radio has changed so much over, use Bama, for example. He's been in radio 37 years. What it is now in 2025 compared to what it was in the 70s, 80s, even 90s, hell, even last decade, it's changed so much.
Yeah.
Some of these, I went back and specifically pulled some of the pictures of when I was just getting into radio Tell me, which one's up now?
One with the mouth agape and looks like you with pubic hair stash.
Oh, well, yeah, that was the time. Okay, so that one is the 90s rock band Trapped. One of the first things I had to do, because my first job in radio, I was working for KISS, 99.5, and Trapped was doing a acoustic studio performance for for some chosen winners of a KISS contest.
Wow, I missed that one.
I had to go pick them up from the airport. You'll notice, if you know anything about that band, which I have further follow-up questions if you already noticed this, the lead singer is not in the vehicle there. No. He demanded his own vehicle that was driven by a professional, yeah, exactly.
Way to throw your band under the bus.
Yeah,
literally.
The rest of them, they jumped in the giant Toyota KISS truck with me, and then immediately we're like, we're starving. Do you have, can we just pop somewhere? So we had grabbed Hot and Ready, Little Caesars pizza, and that's us eating it on the way from the airport back to the station. What else did I send you, LG? I can't remember now.
Yeah, one where you got the coyote.
Oh, okay, so that's with the great Randy Bonias. Randy was the first guy that taught me how to run a board in radio. I had zero experience.
I do remember that name from old school KISS.
Never took a single broadcast radio class in college, unlike LG, who has the full education from Texas State, one of the best programs outside of North Texas, probably.
Acts like it.
Yeah, well, as they should.
So elitist on me.
Yeah, well, get used to that. That's Randy was before I ever had any reason to be on a board, Randy was teaching me how. He was just a cool dude, kind of took me under his wing whenever because I came from working as a data analyst for a marketing company here in town and just got a wild whim I was like, all I do is listen to sports talk radio and podcast.
Yeah.
San Antonio seems like a town where if you can just get your foot in the door,
you might be able
who knows what could happen? Who knows where it could go? And so I got my
data analyst, what does a data analyst?
So it was a lot. So we were buying paid programming. So you fall asleep and then you wake up on your couch and there's some 30-minute paid programming. So my job was to analyze how many calls an ad would generate.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Okay,
so then
gathering data for
and then analyzing
ad revenue type thing. Yeah.
Data analyst. Yeah.
Well, you didn't tell me what kind of data.
Well, sometimes because also I was doing it for a dude named Armando Montalongo who was making millions of dollars off of doing these house flipping seminars. So, yeah, there might have
at the local Holiday Inn.
That's correct. Yeah, very much so. Very, very timeshare
in the rec room. Yeah.
Very much so.
Let me tell you how you can be a millionaire, just like me.
Just follow these 3 simple steps.
Do you see this
Step
fancy
1,
car
pay me
that I have?
$200 before you leave today.
Do you see this fancy car I'm driving that I rented right now?
It's a big part of smoke and mirrors, a big part of it. What else did I send you, LG? I think I sent you a couple more.
We got, looks like a Mick Foley.
Yes. Okay, that was the first real celebrity I met in radio. It was none other than Dude Love Mankind, Mick Foley.
That is Mick Foley.
That absolutely is Mick Foley. He was on.
What a legend.
He had come on Billy Madison's show that morning, and Derek texted me, and he was like, "Dude, if you're not scheduled to be up here today, come up here now. Mick Foley is in studio. I'll introduce you. I'll get you a picture."
I think that's when he was
him.
he had a documentary going around, and he was traveling.
Yeah, because this would have been sometime around 2016-ish, sometime in there, I think.
That's one of my secret little passions. I love watching old school wrestler documentaries.
Oh, dude, they're so good because they're so wild ass. Yeah. They're so wheels off.
Imagine being on the plane with a bunch of wrestlers that are just going they're hopping off in Tokyo, or they going because they go to city every day.
Oh yeah.
you know, and they're all drunk, they're all pilled out, and I'm like, God, I would have just loved to have been a fly on the wall in those times.
Yeah, some of the women that were flies on the walls don't have such glowing stories to tell from some of those plane flights. If I remember one of the documentaries I watched, well. Any more? Did I send you any other LG?
Let's see. You looks like, is that an eagle with two cops?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was. So some people might remember this. Before Billy Madison show had John on as a yuck monkey, he was my go-to mascot guy. So that is John in the Eagle mascot at Oyster Bake. Probably sweating 10 pounds off.
God, right. Yeah, like right in April.
So bad. It was so bad. I think it was right before Dennis DeYoung or
you see the
Eddie
Eagles
Money.
you see the Eagles start wobbling and stuff. Like,
So it's funny. There were multiple times where I would see him walking through the crowd, and I could tell the gait was a little slower, and like the head was starting, and it would, he'd wiggle one way and wiggle the other, and that would be like, dude, you gotta. Yeah. He was a trooper, though. He again, someone who just wanted to get his foot in the door. Yeah. He started as the Eagle mascot, ended up as a member of Billy Madison show for a short while, while at least, nonetheless.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, and what else? Is that it?
And we got one where it looks like you're sleeping at the board op.
Ah, yes. That was
your
the
overnight shifts.
No, not the overnight. That was the Snowmageddon. That was when everything froze, and Mike and I did the show late night. Took over the ticket airwaves at like 10:30 at night, something like that, and just went live for an hour and a half. Opened up the phone lines and we had one guy call in that his power was off and he didn't have blanket, he didn't have stuff. So we were able to get him in touch with another listener that had a vehicle that could take stuff to him. That was one of the coolest. Obviously, the Snowmageddon sucked. And everything
for some of y'all
that went along with it. Were you close enough to a base so you never lost power?
I was like next to Methodist. So
okay, so you had hospital power.
Yeah, so I had heat and power and
no, buddy,
water
my
everything.
120-year-old house on the east side. We woke up that first morning and the thermostat said 40 degrees.
Ooh, yeah.
Zero insulation. Like we were running out to the car to heat up and then going back inside. And
oh man, my dog. I got huskies, so.
But yeah,
my husky and their kid, like they loved it, man.
Oh, I was about. Yeah,
they were like, I couldn't get them inside. I'm like, get.
Why can't
inside.
this happen every year, multiple times? Yeah, that was. So I had just dropped the roommate and Leroy, our dog at the time, off at a friend's house who was close enough to base. Mm-hmm. So she never lost power. So I dropped her off over there with our pets and then made it to the station. Charlie Parker had brought cots for everybody. And so I got a cot from Charlie Parker. And that was also the day where he realized there was nothing to eat in the entire building except an egg salad sandwich from the break room concession machine.
I always think that's like a joke.
He bought it, took one bite,
sandwich.
Took one bite, and just immediately everything out and threw it away.
Rightly so.
Walked out of the room, just complete silence, no reaction, no verbal reaction whatsoever. But yeah, that I know it's easy to make fun of seeing all the people that have posted stuff talking about how much it's such an honor to celebrate National Radio Day as a member. And there's some that are worth laughing at, but I mean, they're
when's National Shit Talking Day?
I guarantee you.
I think I should be awarded something for that.
It is. Oh, I think we've already missed it. It was July 11th.
Son of a.
Oh no! Wait, June 13th. Yeah, still already missed it though.
All right.
October 7th is National POS Day. And maybe we could make that work.
I don't know. I don't think I'm a POS, but I definitely talk a lot of, especially during fantasy football.
That's what I was about to say. I can feel these next few months. These next few months, we might have full nuclear detonation in this room at some point.
Man, we've already had an incident in the league I've already drafted in, the Dynasty.
It's been like 2 days.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Because the commissioner's an idiot who, in my league, gives me the most hell because we're in the set. Like he has his league, I have my league, but we both are in each other's leagues. And he is the most annoying. Goes off. I want PPR. Change the rule. Blah blah. This is not a dictatorship. You're such a dictator. Blah 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 blah. And like literally, and I'm like, shut up. You know, like I'm like, the rule is the rule. So therefore, he had a rule. The waivers after the draft, everybody goes on waivers, and then you get to put a waiver on somebody.
Sure.
Well, of course, he didn't set it up right, and he picks up 2 stud prospects, and all of a sudden he's like, should we just leave this as it is and not change it? And I'm like, no.
Absolutely not.
He's like,
no.
You're never going to get it. You had a high pick. And I'm like, yeah, but you're not going to get it
but
either.
you don't get both.
Yeah, I was like
this isn't about. That's what he fails to understand. This is not about me getting an advantage.
Yeah,
there are rules for a reason, Donnie.
Like, what was it? Like, I can literally read. The conversation was crazy because I go full legal minded. Like, I put thought, I put facts in there,
sure,
I put assumptions.
You go full bureaucrat on his ass,
and he hates it, dude. Like,
I can understand that too, though.
What was it? He comes to me. Liz like, Lee. For that,
LG, this is riveting as we watch Cap search his phone for a conversation about fantasy football. Oh, do we have it?
No.
No, you still don't even.
You just so basically, all I talked about too, I was like, oh, how the tables have turned, and how democracy sometimes leads to chaos because people are stupid, and you just need the rules to be rules, and that's it. And basically, just threw it all back in his face, and he's like, but I riled up the chat group. He personally chatted me, DM me this, and then. He riled up the chat. I riled up the chat group to get after his ass.
that I think is probably the only part of fantasy football I miss is the arguing.
Oh, the politics.
Like that, yeah, the politics of it.
I'm good at it. I'm good at like swinging the votes, man.
That's where I would lose.
I'm full house of cards. You know, non-pederast.
Yeah, I was about to say
Kevin Spacey. I whip the votes.
So to speak. The person responsible for putting those radio pictures up on the screen, of course, is LG. LG, tell the good people before we get going any further here how they can help support the program.
You can support the program by hitting that subscribe button and put us over the hump. We're at 575. We just need 25 more.
475.
470. Why do I always do that? 475.
Because we're looking ahead.
I'm projecting. I'm putting it out there or whatever they call it. Yeah. Manifesting.
Yeah, we are 25 away from 500. So if you haven't subscribed yet, it's absolutely free. Will never cost you a penny. Besides the time it takes to find at Sports Cave Live on YouTube and giving us that subscription.
Yep, and if you're on Twitter, shout out to Jeff at Ken's 5 there for retweeting us. Please give us a retweet, a.k.a. repost.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you guys out there doing all you can to support the show. You can also support us at buymeacoffee.com/sportscavelive with a tip. And I believe there's an Amazon wish list already in the description for you to click on if you feel like picking something up.
We are not above begging.
The wish list.
Yeah, no, shout out again to Wes for making the first purchase off the Amazon wish list. We do appreciate it. The more equipment, the more tips we can get, the more subscriptions we can get, the more Amazon wish list items we can get, all just means more equipment, more investment, more.
We want to bring in people on. We definitely having a third person here. We need camera, mics, all that kind of good stuff. So more content, more controversy. We can also later in the year bring a fantasy football member up while we're at it. So.
Unless they believe in momentum, then there's no.
Keep watching that. Watching that damn America's team.
I've
dude.
heard.
You've already heard it.
I've heard.
Oh, you're gonna hear it a lot more.
I've heard.
It's said a lot.
Just because it's said a lot doesn't mean it's
by
right.
Jimmy Johnson.
Doesn't mean it's right.
By Hall of Famers. By Troy Aikman.
Man, what did Jimmy really do? He quit.
Troy Aikman?
Never. What did he do with the Dolphins? I mean,
who was the head coach for the Steelers?
Troy was a quitter at Oklahoma before he had to go to the woke left coast.
Oh, Troy Sharpsick me. He's like, that's the real reason why I went to Oklahoma, not Oklahoma State, is I wanted to win the title. And I'm like, man, you know, F you, dude.
Yeah, he's just a country boy from Henrietta.
But so let's fantasy. We got 2 more members in.
Good.
Yes. We got 4 spots left to get 12. We have 8 right now, so we can start it. But that's a lot of players that, you know, you're going to have that FOMO. Like, should I start this? So 12 is the perfect number.
And we're doing the draft Tuesday, September 2nd. So we got 4 spots left, and you got, what is
and we're
that?
doing it live.
Basically 10 days, 2 weeks.
Yes.
12 days.
And it's going to, man, I'm telling you, man, I love, like, Bring that grade A S talking, man. You need to get that blood flowing, make them uneasy. You know, the draft is a strategy. You know, who's going to go on a tight end run? Who's going to go on the QB run? You know, who's going to be the first one to pick a kicker?
How can there be a tight end run when there's only like 3 worth having?
Those are. Just watch.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I understand.
Someone hasn't done a mock draft, it looks like.
No, absolutely not. I am putting full faith
whoever is writing doing your
my
team.
GM.
Yes, okay. He knows exactly what I'm talking about then. But you can always
Or at least I hope he does.
Yeah, we'll see. But you can always get at me on my email of thecapitan210.
You've got mail.
At gmail.com. Unlike AOL. But it is TheCapitan210 at gmail.com, or hit me up on my DMs at the Captain's Chair 210 on Instagram, or you can text Puma, get Puma over there if he ever gives me.
Yeah,
gives me the names.
If y'all have sent me, I need to go back. I'll tell you, to be honest, what I'm really bad about. Like, I noticed
checking emails.
Not checking emails, but checking this little box that says request.
Yeah.
I literally just saw a message on X that had been sent by someone I know. Like, and they never said anything to me of like, hey, I messaged you something, you know, and it turns out it wasn't that important, but it was from June 25th of not this summer, but last summer.
Oh my God.
And it was nothing.
It wasn't important, man. It was just my grandmother's funeral, dude.
Pretty much, yeah. It was something, it did involve family members. It wasn't a funeral. It was kind of the opposite of that. It was a wedding. Yeah.
And you just ghosted them on the wedding.
I know. I'm sorry. I've learned now. The roommate has introduced me to this little thing called DM request folder, and I am now checking that daily on each of the platforms.
I didn't think you cared about our reunion.
Well, that's what happened to her. I mean, with the 20-year her high school reunion, a bunch of that stuff had been left in the request. But yeah, if you still got time, if you want to get into the fantasy league. I promise if you do send it to me, or if you have sent it to me, I'll make sure Cap gets it. Yeah. And have you started sending anything out yet to the people?
Well, but the day
they know the 8 that are in know they're in already, right? Okay,
they're already in. They have to physically accept the request. So, I mean, I can do it by email. I can send it to the email. If you want me to text you, just throw a phone number in there and I can throw you a text message. You literally click on the link and you put your team name on there. I like some of the team names already on there. Can't wait to beat up on AI overlords. That was a good one.
That's a good one.
That was a good one.
I like it. Yeah, let's get some bits going. That's the other part of fantasy football I actually do kind of miss are the bit team names.
Speaking of old AI, you know who I had a run-in with?
Allen Iverson?
that joke is not going to get better, dude. Like, it just doesn't.
Still
You
makes
want to
me
keep it real,
laugh.
you keep it real with me.
There, yeah. See, there we go. There's AI's mom.
Chat GPT girl.
Oh, what'd you get into an argument with now?
No. We are not using real names, so her name is Addie. And
That's a hot alias name.
yeah, I was like, either you have a problem with some pills, or that's a pretty good name.
Yeah. I got a buddy, Reese. Shout out Reese. It was his birthday a couple days ago. His little sister's name is Addie. And I as soon as I said that, I was like, hell, Reese is going to get mad. No. It's a hot name, though.
But the reason why she broke up with him was because he was moving incredibly too fast. Besides the Chat GPT Dizzle being way too acting like a real person, when I'm like, you're a freaking robot, man. You know. But even if you're listening, I'm gonna be your home. I'm gonna talk to you personally right now.
What?
Like, on a third date, you do not give a magnet of your dad's ashes
Whoa.
to a girl. If you don't have any homies,
What?
if you don't have any homies that tell you that is too much, you're gonna scare her away. I am that homie for you right now. You cannot do that.
Okay,
don't
hold on.
ever.
I have first.
Dead dad's ashes in it.
First of all, how many? I guess my first question would be, how many of these
I was
magnets
like,
does he have?
is this his move?
Right.
I'm telling you right now, that's not your move, buddy. That's not your move.
If
Don't
he's,
do it.
If he's doing it now, it means it's worked at some point.
What, pity sex?
Yeah. It sounds like this is.
Inconceivable.
That's almost like rape.
It sounds like, well,
that's a little date rape. You're guilt tripping them so much into a
yeah, I guess it's like
intercourse.
it's the antithesis of it by making yourself so pathetic that you have no other choice but to sleep with.
ashes in a magnet. Can
Yeah.
I get at least a hand job?
Yeah, again, I'm suggesting that is his move because it has at least worked in some capacity along the way.
Because I remember, I always told you, like on the first story, I was like, there was something I am missing that was just so over the top with this guy. And
There
that
it
was
is.
it. That
I think we
was
found it.
And when I found out, and I was like, oh my God, that's it. I got to remember this.
God, what was he gonna give for a fourth date?
A stuffed dead cat or something?
Right, exactly. Yeah, his childhood pet that's taxidermied.
This was Big Orange.
Yeah,
Here you go.
yeah. That
Yeah, man.
stories like that make me really happy to have a kind and loving roommate.
Well, I see, like, she's like, well, I'm really into magnets. And I'm like, don't tell me you kept it. She's like, yeah, it's still on my fridge.
Oh, no,
I
that's-
was like, oh, man.
No.
Oh.
That thing's got to leave. That's got to leave the house.
Man, that thing's got to be, send it into the wind, throw it in the ocean.
Yeah, go throw it into the Riverwalk. have a
A little ceremony for
yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah, we'll have a full ceremony.
But I am your homie, telling you, don't do this ever again. Ever again.
Yeah, that is unstable. That is serial killer unstable.
It is creepy it's creepy enough to have to ask ChatGPT how do I break up with this guy?
My favorite thing about you saying it's not even a bit. It's just literally.
keep on forgetting.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
My mind is programmed to be like, fight the AI overlords and don't remember the name.
Well, good luck to the AI Overlords fantasy football team.
Oh,
we
man.
will be. We need 4 more people, so get your names in the
Yes.
hopper before we get to September 2nd. Let's jump into it. It's funny. I felt like I was going to have to really apply some pressure on you to watch this Cowboys documentary, and now you're 6 episodes in, and I've only watched 2. So
I'm just trying to get it over with because I was like, I just need to know. Like, I knew there was going to be some great parts about the catch.
Sure.
The Niners. We were the team to beat. Y'all should have never won in '92. There was no holding. There was some plays that were questionable on that, And how about them Cowboys would have never been a thing.
yeah, because that was 92 after the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
I think a
And-
lot of people forget even the small part
What,
of.
did he catch that?
I don't know. It's Giants, Padres, and we're talking Cowboys. Don't be distracted. It's the first inning, even at that.
Oh man, it was a great catch.
So it was Dwight Clark's. A lot of people, I think, assume that was after one of the Super Bowl wins. The Jimmy's, how about them Cowboys?
Yeah.
That was after the NFC, after finally getting past the Niners in the championship game. I want to go back, I'm going to have the whole series done by the time we're back in the room next Monday. So
it gets good. Like I wanted to hear about the White House more. And actually seeing the front of the White House, it looks like a house I rented when I was in my
it was a random house in Valley Ranch.
Who's the neighbors and this
the neighbors were living their best life.
And you know everybody in there. I love the montage they did. Oh, I don't know much about that house. I never did that. Blah, blah, blah. Then comes Michael Irving. All right, let me break it down for you.
I'll tell you everything.
We got this room over here for this room over here for this.
See, I haven't gotten there yet. I'm only 2 episodes in. I've seen the clip you're talking about where he's like, we got weed in this room, we got Coke and X in this room, we got girls in every room, and you just go room to room.
Yeah.
And that's again, I think for this documentary is great for.
So are you at 92 right now? When the 92
finished? I finished the second episode.
Okay.
So I think episode 3 starts with that first NFC Championship game at Candlestick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it starts there and then it kind of doubles back. I thought the first 2 episodes were him buying the team and then going 1-15 and then Troy and then getting his whole buddy roommate Jimmy Johnson and stuff, which another fact I did not know, they were roommates in Arkansas and played on Arkansas.
See, and that's where I think for talking about who this documentary is for, it's been interesting. My uncle is 12 or so years older than me. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. No, he's 14 years older than me. So he's the same uncle that during these Super Bowls in the 90s was paying me $5 a quarter if I stayed absolutely quiet. If I didn't make a single noise, I would get $5 for the quarter. But he would always end up tickling me and get me to squeal. Yeah, so they'd be like, oh, no money. You're not getting it. But so it's been funny.
Your drunk uncle tickling you.
He's been telling me, it's on moonshine. That's what we do in the hillbillies. Why are you acting surprised? That's my heritage. Also, you're attacking. So tread lightly. Tread very, very lightly.
Sorry, Puma family.
No, it's been funny. I was surprised to hear how much he was enjoying it because he's very much the. Gen X Cowboys fan in their...
he knew Tom Landry.
Exactly. He had that bridge, that connection, that his childhood was when the Cowboys were becoming, quote unquote, America's team, which they talk about in the first couple episodes, first episode, I think. So he had the memories of what it was before Jerry Jones, the process and how sloppy and ugly it was at the beginning of Jerry Jones buying the team, and then obviously the pretty quick greatness that it would get to, and now the 30 years wandering in the desert.
It was they went 3 years that was just horrible, and then that's when they got Emmett, and he started getting the rushing Rookie of the Year, 2 rushing titles, and...
Yeah, because that's the other thing, Mike Irvin, playmaker, was there the last year of Landry, which is something I kind of forgot about. Yeah. I remember him being there the year before Troy, but I'd forgotten that was still
and
Landry and
I knew about all the Steelers,
the rest of the old regime,
and all kind of
Tex
where
Schramm.
it's everybody acts a certain way, act like you've been there. There was no celebrating and kind of stuff like that, like how your grandpa was I can't believe they're dancing, But it's
Tom Landry attended Highland Park Methodist Church. Yeah. He was the most conservative Dallas prototype that you could come up with. Mm. It was very much antithesis of what Michael Irvin was. It was very much the opposite of having anyone nicknamed the Playmaker on a Tom Landry roster. Like, that just wasn't – that's not how the Cowboys do things, or at least it wasn't until Jerry bought it. It's Metallica starts all their shows with that classic Sierra Leone soundtrack.
Kind of
the backdrops looking at that was – I instantly was like, okay, this is.
It looked like a Quentin Tarantino ripoff.
Very much what they were going for, yeah.
Like old school.
But I will say,
late 70s.
So it's Kirk Gibson's sons that are doing the documentary. They're the ones that are producing, directing it, and they've done the Untold series on Netflix. A few have done the Untold sports stories. So they have. I think this is definitely the biggest thing they've ever done.
Yeah.
But clearly, you could see instantly they had a vision for this thing. And even, when I was making the roommate watch it last night, she pointed out, she's like, all the players are in front of the backdrops. Barry's flipping off the camera, Switzer, when they show him. And then when they show Jerry, it's Jerry's full desk. With his name,
with the light shining up
exactly,
on him.
Yeah, that was immediately. Steph goes, "Oh, okay, so this is Jerry Jones' fluff piece." I was like, "Yeah, okay, yes,
very fluffy."
But I think we're going to actually get some, not insight, but like even the stuff I already know from what I've watched so far through 2 episodes. The member berries are pretty strong, and when it's as well done as it has been so far,
some of it will pop back in because of the whole riff after Jimmy got canned. It's great because they just go back and forth with them about like their feud and whatnot, and him going on to Fox and then having to talk about the Cowboys and stuff just after winning the 2nd Super Bowl and. Who's got the cojones to fire a 2-time winning Super Bowl champion?
Well, the same guy that has the cojones to fire Tom Landry, who the city of Dallas ends up giving a parade to.
Yeah.
You had Tom Landry Day. And this is where, again, I mean, we're talking 88, 89. I'm 2-3 years old. Mm-hmm. I'm 6, 7, during the Super Bowl runs. Like, I vaguely remember some of this, but most of it is from the retelling from my dad, my uncle, my grandpa, or seeing random NFL films covering it. But I think for the 40 and under NFL fan, like I don't think it's common knowledge that Dallas did a parade for Tom Landry after Jerry Jones had fired him. Or how about when, Jerry even admitting I've always heard the story of Jerry and Jimmy going to the Mexican food restaurant and, getting the picture in the paper the next day.
End up being Tom Landry's favorite Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, it did, with Tom Landry pictures all over the wall. But like small stuff like that, I've always heard, but it's pretty fun to see the old clips. The fact that Bill O'Reilly, when he was still a WFAA.
I saw young Chris Collinsworth.
The
worst anchor ever.
Now
here's a guy.
There was another guy that would go on to. Of course,
Skip Bayless on there.
Of course, Skip.
Oh,
and Skip was
Skip could never get that joy he wanted.
Yeah, he was a big contributor in that era, not only because he was the Cowboys beat writer, but he was also the first voice that was ever heard on The Ticket in Dallas, the sports talk station that dominates the airwaves up there and has since 1993. Skip Bayless was the original morning show host on The Ticket.
And they said during the Dynasty run, he had full access and was writing a book about him. And he's like, I got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours access. So I was there everywhere. And I'm like...
It's also the book where he suggested Troy Aikman was gay. which led to
I'm at the racist part.
Troy
so.
would never do anything when he was a Fox employee. He would never go on any of the Fox shows to talk NFL because they employed Skip Bayless. And that was as recent as like up to 2-3 years ago when Joe and Troy joined ESPN, and now they do all the hits with SVP or whoever else. Troy refused to do anything with Fox except call games.
Yeah.
Because Skip was their, high paid attraction. Small details though.
Who got the last laugh on that one?
Of course,
Troy.
yeah.
Troy.
The production value of the people doing this was one of the first things I noticed besides the spaghetti Western music during the intros. The first time Jerry appears on screen after the intros, it's a Johnny Cash song that's playing in the background, okay? Mm-hmm. The name of the song is Arkansas Lovin' Man. Listen to the lyrics. This is how the song starts. And this is as you're getting flashbacks to Jerry as college football player Jerry. Quote, "Some men were born in poverty. Some were born with wealth. I was born a loving man, and I just can't help myself." With a man that we have pictures of him squeezing waitresses up tops at bars in Dallas. He's had a fun baby with a flight attendant. Or not even a flight attendant.
I'm wondering if that's going to come on the documentary. I doubt
God,
it.
no. No, they're not getting any. I think this is as close as we're going to get to referencing any of that. Because you talk about the White House, they're more than happy to share the stories, the secrets of the players.
Yeah, because as he says, he wants an all year round soap opera.
But we're not going to get Jerry's secrents whatsoever.
But they did say in one thing, he's like, "Oh, Jerry would drink. He would come out with us and wanted to be party with us and be one of the guys." And and it's like...
Again, I think that's the closest you're going to get to any actual details of Jerry's skeletons in the closet. The next line, "The women have all made over this old boy ever since I was born, but that's why these old Arkansas traveling shoes are so well worn." That was the song choice in the background. And as soon as I heard it last night, I just died laughing, explaining to Steph the lyrics of... using the "I was
Coxman.
a loving man." Yeah, exactly. The a couple other notes I had from it. The footage of the Saturday Night Massacre, the intro press conference where Jerry is announcing that Jimmy's the new head coach. He's announcing the firing of Tom and Tex Schramm and Gil Brandt and all the guys. Literally, Tom, Tex, and Gil were the three figures that single-handedly built the Cowboys through the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s until
the Niners took over the 80s.
Well, and that's the thing. In I think it was the 85 season, they started the season really, really well, really good, and then Danny White got hurt. I think they were like 6-2 to start the year, and then from Danny White's injury, it was all downhill until Jerry bought the team. And that was where, so like when the documentary kind of made it sound like the Cowboys had been terrible for 10 years. It had been like 2.5 years, but that was so out of the norm for them.
But they weren't winning NFC championships.
No, they were just,
because
Danny got to
Joe Montana's first Super Bowl was 82.
Yeah.
And then they had a lapse 86, then 87, or 88, 89. What was it? Steve Young came in, and that was the 92 when Montana got injured, and Young was the first one to come on.
But Montana was healthy.
But
on the
year before, Montana won
the
MVP. So it was like, what do? You got the legend, himself, Joe Montana back there, but this guy just won the MVP, and he's killing it. He was Michael Vick before Michael Vick. Like no one ran the ball like he did.
No, he was Roger Staubach is what he was, like in terms of like.
Did Roger run?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, big time. You mentioned it. Michael Irvin is the star of the documentary, even just through 2 episodes, and I know it's only going to get more and more. He is. I would watch an 8-part Playmaker documentary. Just give me full Mike. He was the 15th of 17 children.
Yeah. I was born to be a wide receiver. The doctor tried to spank me, and I caught his hand.
That's so great. I had that note too. I mean, again, watching it specifically with the roommate, she's always seen Michael Irvin, the media personality, or the clips when he gets so torqued up and is yelling about the Cowboys on NFL Network or something. That's the Michael Irvin she knows. She doesn't know the
intense
bad MF or wide receiver, actual, early 20s, mid 20s superstar Michael Irvin. So it's been fun for me to see her be like
Miami Hurricane Michael Irvin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Her, like last night, she was like, "Oh,
yeah."
Like I was like, "Yeah, I'm telling you." Like
he was the man.
He was different. He was in more ways than one. He was, him talking about how Jerry became a father figure to him in some of those early episodes because he had lost his father to cancer right as he was getting into the league. I would watch a Michael Irvin documentary.
I the one thing that stood out to me was he was like, I gave Jerry a list of all the old Tom Landry players
that gotta go.
I was like, they gotta go, because Jimmy went in there and man, he ran them hard like college kids and stuff
and that was the other thing. It's listening to Irvin talk about some of the veterans on that team that were telling him no, this is the pros. We don't do that.
Yeah.
You're in the pros.
That's what I was talking about, the gentleman's game.
Right.
It was just hoity-toity and stuff like that instead of just being let's be dirty dogs.
No, it wasn't
it wasn't the Oakland Raiders at that time or LA Raiders
or getting off the plane at University of Miami in full military fatigues in full camo to show. I did love that they showed that 58-7 final score in the Catholics versus Convicts game when they spanked Notre Dame. You mentioned Jerry. I think there's, again, if you're 40 and under watching this documentary, there's probably going to be some things you didn't know. 40! Unless you grew up in DFW area, there's a lot that you're going to learn, like the fact that Jerry Jones was a national champion offensive lineman at the University of Arkansas. Arkansas, titled Marketing in Football.
Yeah.
He was already,
he always wanted to own the football team.
And this is where there's so many things about that now in 2025 drive me crazy. But putting myself back in that time in 1988, 80, Jerry is a marketing genius. And it sucks to have to admit that. The Cowboys would not be worth $13 billion if it wasn't for Jerry being the best marketer of his generation.
So you haven't gotten to the prime time, when Prime gets hired.
Oh no, not yet.
Yeah, so he's not so much a marketing genius because all of them knew how to market because they all did split shares back then. All the jerseys went into the kitty and everybody got a piece of the kitty. You know what I'm saying? So, that's how every ad revenue, every sponsorship.
Yeah, that's why Miller Lite is the official beer of the Dallas Cowboys, but Bud Light is the official beer of the NFL. It's why Coca-Cola is the official drink of the NFL, but Pepsi is the official drink of the Cowboys.
Exactly. He was just the first one to sit there and say, F your rules. I'm going to do it here, and let's see who wins in court. And that's where it kind of ends. That's where I ended it on. And surprise to me, I know who already won that battle, but it was just, he was the first one to break ranks. And I always thought that should have been old buddy on the Raiders.
Al Davis.
Al Davis seems like he, as much as he got screwed on his stadiums and stuff, I feel like, man, why didn't he just break ranks and stuff? But, is that genius or is that just being a dick?
I think it's genius to be the first to do it, and the fact that now, selling the, stadium tours of the art that's at the stadium, selling the, having the Star in Frisco being a like you could go grab a pizza for lunch and watch the Cowboys practice, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it sucks for the overall value of the product on the field, but it's great for his bottom line, which the fact that the Cowboys' value is so astronomically higher than everyone else.
Yeah.
I think you have to give the props to Jerry for being a marketing genius, because it wouldn't have happened without him.
I'm just wondering if he took Jimmy Hoffa's money and did buy the Chargers.
I was thinking about that too. How much different would the league be, and
would Jerry get clipped?
See, I do think there is a sense of LA or New York. I mean, Dallas being the not culturally important outside of the JFK assassination. But the stupid Dallas TV show, like Dallas was just this weird.
It's not the rich metropolis that it is now.
Yeah, and there were parts, but not nearly what it is now.
Yeah.
It was just much more of. I think it was much higher held in the consciousness of our country, and where Dallas was like, oh, that's Dallas. Like now it's like, that's Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Like it had more of a relevancy to it then.
I think mostly because of the JFK assassination.
I think the JFK assassination, the Dallas TV show was huge.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
Who shot JR?
Outside of MASH, that was the most viewed episode I think ever at the time when it aired.
Shoot JR? Didn't he shoot himself or something?
It was all a dream, right? I think he woke up and they had just all been. Yeah, I don't remember. We used to go to South Fork Ranch where that was filmed every year for Celebration Freedom, the big KT. What were the call letters? KTLY, something like that. 94.1, the Christian music station. We'd always go for Celebrate Freedom July 4th up there at South Fork Ranch. But I'm going to burn through the rest of it because I'm enjoying it way more than I thought I would. And that equally upsets me as much as it does.
It's a rundown nostalgia lane, you know what I'm saying? But it also
it's a drug I need a hit from these days with how the last 30 years. Because again, put yourself
burns my ass that like y'all got Dion.
See, I'm excited to get to the San Francisco. The Charles Haley, the Ken Norton, Dion. A bunch of the guys that played on both sides of the rivalry.
He should have lost draft picks. He should have been suspended. Should have never went down. Like. He did some shady crap to get that.
Well, I think that's the other side of it. We'll move on after this. Jerry as the Wildcatter oilman is. There are so many variables that if they had just gone slightly different, there would never be a national consciousness or national. Understanding of who Jerry Jones is. He would just be a random oil guy who, might be rich, but wouldn't be as well known. Best example, like the Hunt family, the family that owns the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. They got all of their money because their great, maybe one more great grandfather won a land track in a game of poker. And it just so turned out that they struck the most oil that had ever been found in the world at that time.
Jerry talking about that oil was just...
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that
was the cheese factor.
1,000%. And it's clear he's doing it. He just wants to get another cameo on Landman or whatever that Taylor Sheridan.
That hissing. You hear that hissing.
Exactly.
I'm just like, oh, my God.
And, again... I knew we were going to get a lot of that, but I'm looking forward to get to the actual Niners Cowboys as I start season 3 or episode 3 after the show tonight. We'll burn through a couple more, and we'll do
great. My Yankees just blew a save.
You're being helped out at least by the fact that no one else, the Astros and Mariners,
everybody's
can't
losing.
win games.
But this is what we were. God, man, can we just get a closer? Can we just get a closer? 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth, and we gave up 2 runs. Like, what is wrong with the Yankees and closer right now? Give us Chapman back. You know what I'm saying?
Man, he's been great for Boston. So he had 3 Ks in the 10th last night or a couple nights ago. The only other, before we get into some X-Files, the only Cal notes I had, you mentioned Monday night we mentioned a little bit of Jaden Blue. He is officially set for his preseason debut Friday.
Oh,
So
yes.
if he shows the slightest signs of life potential, anything, he'll jump everyone else in the pecking order because there's been no Miles Sanders, Javonte Williams, Deuce. The Deuce Vaughn story needs to go away. We're done with that experiment. I think
Didn't work.
Yeah,
you
all
are not.
Jaden
You are
Blue-
not Darren Sproles.
if he
sir.
can pop one time in that game with making his debut, I think he will set himself up nicely. The 53-man roster, I think we're going to see potentially some surprise cuts. I shouldn't say surprise because they'll be based on performance, but I think just the way it's shaping up where, and I think we talked about this Monday too, where Joe Milton not being able to really solidify the backup role, that means you're probably going to end up carrying 3 quarterbacks. So that takes a roster spot away from another position.
But most teams carry 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, well, the Cows had been doing talking most teams compared to the Cowboys, they had been doing the 1 backup, 1 on a practice squad. So it was like last year, Will Greer on the practice squad, Cooper Rush as the backup, and Dak as the starter. That's also, most teams carry 3 quarterbacks because most teams are actively developing a young quarterback at all times. Something the Cowboys don't do, as we talked about previously, talking about their draft history with quarterbacks. But it's going to be interesting to see how the 53-man roster shakes out. The only other note I had for you, Luke Schoonmaker exited practice yesterday. Haven't seen an update yet on him, but that 2023 draft it's just looking like you're not going to get anybody from that draft class that is on this roster in 2 years. That was the Mozzie Smith first round, Schoonmaker second round, Overshown, Demario, but injuries. He can't stay on the field, can't stay healthy.
True.
So yet to see exactly what his career is going to look like in 5 years. Fehoko, Awesome Richards, who might end up getting cut because the 7th round pick from last year, Nate, what was his name? Nate Thomas is outperforming him in camp so far. It was also your Deuce Vaughn year, Deuce in the 6th, and Jalen Brooks in the 7th, and Eric Scott Jr., who's already off the roster, was a 6th round pick too, corner. So that entire draft class,
That's crazy. You guys
potentially could be a full whiff. Barring the only saving grace would be Overshown stays healthy for the next 5 seasons, doesn't miss major time. But outside of that,
You think you're going to give him a contract after being injured that many times?
No, not.
He's going to be 24, 20. Yeah, so he'll have like 2 or 3 more years.
And this is why it stands out so much. 2020 draft, Cal's got CD, Trayvon Diggs, and Tyler Biadasz, who's already moved on. But at least you got CD and Trayvon at the top of that class. And then 2021 was your Micah Parsons, but it was also your Osa Odigizua. It was there was one more. Makwamu is still on the roster as well from 2021. He was a 6th round draft pick. He might be your starting corner come September 4th up in Philly. 2022 draft was arguably one of their better ones. That was your Tyler Smith, your 1st round, Sam Williams, who apparently it sounds like is fully recovered from the injury, having a good camp. Jalen Tolbert, wide receiver, might be on the fringe roster cut.
Yeah.
But Jake Ferguson, the tight end you just extended, Deron Bland, who you're going to have to pay after this year. But that's 6 guys. Oh, that was also your Matt Waletzko. That was the Amari Cooper draft pick. All they got out of that. And Damone Clark, who, as much as I talked about the uninspiring play from last week, and Damone Clark actually played, he looked really good again at linebacker, actually, when the defensive line can allow linebackers to play more freely without guys already on them. He looked at least serviceable again, which is more than you could say from last year. But then that 2023 class, compared to the 3 before it, you're not getting any kind of team building from that year. So that
I'm gonna get some scouts, bro.
yeah, again, it's hard to. It's one of the, I don't know, I would like to see how it stacks up compared to other NFL. Like, what is the average hit rate on getting a start, like the average starters a team gets from every draft class? Because it's got to be 2.5, 3 every year.
I would say, like, you want someone that you're going to sign after their rookie contract is something I would like to see.
And you're assuming you're going to get that with your first round pick.
Yeah.
Second round pick, you're still feeling pretty good about.
Yeah.
So at least 2 guys you're wanting to give
And then
second contracts to.
Someone's going to pop.
And then everyone else, you're hoping for someone to pop. Yeah. And they had been, I mean, we just ran through it. They had been nailing that every year until 2023. And 2024 wasn't, so far at least, doesn't appear to be much better.
Stan pinch hit 2-run home run.
Tied it back up or won it?
We're in the bottom of the 10th now.
Oh,
Ghost
nice.
runner.
Nice.
Hey, buddy. Stan, you want to talk about someone who's been hot.
I don't.
He's hot. Giancarlo. His mom calls him Michael. I'm going to call him Giancarlo.
We're gonna call him Giancarlo.
Like, when he's batting like this, I don't call him Michael.
Let's do some X-Files, LG, shall we? I mentioned the tie-in at the top of the episode. Apparently, LG is burning back through the X-Files for the first time. What'd you say? The first time since you watched it actually?
Yeah, back in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Map.
Yep.
Good times.
Good times.
I'm on episode 4 of season 1 right now. Yeah.
I think you're going to enjoy the ride back
are Mulder
through
and
them.
Scully going to get together? What is going on?
Oh, just wait till season 7. I don't even know. I made I found a list online a couple of years ago that was just all of the actual like canonical episodes where it actually furthered the overarching story. It wasn't just, basically it cuts out all the Monster of the Week episodes.
Yeah.
And I got the roommate to start burning through those with me, and I kind of forgot how awesome the X-Files was, if I'm being honest. I think you'll enjoy that rewatch, LG. I got a couple clips for y'all. We'll start with the one that was sent to me the most. This was actually, turns out it was over in Houston. And there were so many good jokes delivered regarding this clip, just looking through the retweets, comments. The comments and whatnot. So we've all seen it before. It's a couple of influencers sitting at a table. They got their camera set up. They've got this whole spread of food. I mean, we've got the guy that does it now here on KSAT. What's his name? Elder. Doing the Elder Eat. Like we've all seen this content.
Yeah.
It's the beard guy that eats all the food, the English dude.
They come down and pound down a couple hot dogs over a dog file.
Yeah, see, there you go. I saw it's Popper Burger. Burger of the week.
Yeah, not poppers.
Yeah,
it's
Popper.
Popper.
Yeah, jalapeno. Like
poppers.
I was saying. Yeah.
Poppers.
Uh-huh.
No, popper.
That's funny. It's just funny. It's
I'm gonna
you represent the pepper community.
Anybody know how to read the poll I did? I don't know how to read it.
Yes. Can anyone help Cap read poll? This the best caption I saw regarding this was, okay, which Georgia football player did this? And this was drive their vehicle right into the restaurant.
Oh, I love it.
Boom.
Oh yes. I was gonna say I've only seen the one where it's slow mo,
The
and I was
slow-mos.
like, I wanted to see the one where it's like full speed. That was best case scenario. But why are they wearing the same thing, same clothes?
Production value, consistency. Yeah,
Old buddy's a cuck.
the amount of no question. He's doing food influencer videos with his girl. Like, yeah, buddy. I think we can all assume that's the case. The fear of, I mean, South Park did the great episode. The fear of elderly drivers. Like, I thought it was in park. I thought I had put it in park. Just smashing into a place.
Oh, my stepmom smashed into a store.
Oh, spectacular.
Yeah, but I think she might have been a little drunk.
Yeah, that's the other. Yeah, that's the other part of it. We had a couple of those growing up in town where someone forgot to put their car in park, but also might have just taken.
End up being the liquor store.
Yeah,
too,
might have taken. Oh, that's even better. Okay, that one of my favorite things is when you pull up to a gas station or a liquor store and you just see all the traffic poles are knocked crooked, and you're like, hell yeah, brother. Like I know what you did here. So yeah, that one was sent to me multiple times, and then I could not stop watching these other videos earlier today. I don't know what started it or how it started trending, but I got sent so many videos of grown men playing in these 40 and under leagues or these 37U leagues, full pads, full speed, or as fast as a middle-aged man can.
Football?
Yes.
Oh, tackle?
Buddy.
Living the Al Bundy glory days?
First of all, tell me if this pregame hype pep talk is going to get you ready to go lay some wood, so to speak.
On his ass, bro. They need to feel us now, bro. No Diddy, bro, but all Diddy. I'm trying to fuck them right now.
Yeah, no Diddy, but all Diddy.
Games with this shit, bro. I'm done after this shit, bro. These my last 2 fucking games, bro. Let's ball, bro. Let's turn this shit up, bro. Y'all know how I get. I'm horny. I'm horny. I pop the blue chew. I'm horny on his ass, bro. They need to feel us now, bro.
Oh, this guy, it's like, I got 2 games left in my career, quote unquote career. He's like, they got to feel us. Like,
Oh, man.
Again, I'm just imagining, first of all, it's like we were talking about my buddy playing in these grown leagues playing baseball. It gets heated, but it's baseball. So there's not a whole lot of
contact. I thought we were going to see them laying some wood.
LG, play that next clip.
Yeah.
Don't care. Tim Tebow out there done handed it off to little Darren Sproles. He done got a little. Listen, I thought he was on to something. I swear, bro. I'm like, this motherfucker moving right here. Now look at number 9 just creep up and just hit him with the bam.
Yeah.
I told y'all gotta go to work.
Threw his whole body into him.
Buddy over there is shook up.
Dude.
Just tell him to call off right now. He got a concussion. He's not even.
I watched
Tim Tebow out there
multiple hours of these videos earlier today because there were so many. I didn't want to. There are so many. After we played Micah talking on the phone a couple months ago, where I forgot there was some language in there that might not want to include, but.
Man,
there are so many good clips of middle-aged dudes just getting their shit rocked, running across the middle, or a quarterback leaving them out to dry.
Did you catch the Jameis Winston pregame speech about while he's eating Popeye's chicken?
Oh, yeah, that's a classic. Yeah.
P-O-P-E-Y-E-S. Popeyes.
Look, I'm serious
We gonna
about
go out there with this good chicken.
I'm serious about the Cowboys
Yeah, they need
trying to trade for Jameis. Like, the Giants don't need him. He's never going to play a snap with Russ and now Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
Come be the backup.
Go be Colts. Danny Dimes has got the starting job.
I got that. I got that for the lightning round. Yeah, if you haven't seen any of these, just look up U37 football on any social media, and you will. I guarantee you will enjoy the next hour, or at least
no Diddy, but all Diddy.
But all Diddy.
I want them to feel us.
I'm horny. I popped a blue chew. I need that. We need to get that drop. So yeah, we'll do when y'all all are sending the same stuff. We'll do a little X-Files every now and then when it pops up. But let's get to the main seggy because I really thought it was all eyes on Thursday's city council meeting.
Yeah.
Until I saw the absurdity that happened at City Hall or the courthouse, wherever it was earlier today. I think it was City Hall. So we've seen the people that I think I talked about it. There was some protesters at the Alamo Dome last week, and we've seen the groups that have come out on both sides of Project Marvel host rallies, gatherings.
Yeah.
Never once did I think we would end up in the situation that we were in earlier today. And this is a 2-minute clip from KSAT. There are so many tentacles, so many avenues, so many roads to go down here. I don't even know where to start besides just playing the video itself, and then we'll go from there.
Our city has had a number of great leaders, real civil rights leaders. Henry B. Gonzalez, right? What would he be doing right now? What would Choco Meza be doing right now? What would Choco Meza be doing right now? She'd be fighting for the people. She'd be demanding answers and making sure our community got a good deal here, not rushing through on this. That's right. Go Spurs, go!
Pause it right there, LG. Oh God. Okay, hold on. Go back like 10 seconds. So she, references.
Did you feel the pulse of the crowd right there?
She references Henry B. She references Choco, West
Gina.
Side, longtime activist.
Come on, Gina.
She's starting to feel like she's getting the crowd support. She hears one random person
and that's
scream
her aide.
out.
That's her aide.
Gotta be. Or it's one of her out of town, carpet bagging political consultants. Play that again because not only does her Go Spurs go, first of all, it sounds like it might be the first time she's ever said it. Secondly, zero response from the crowd. And then listen to the follow-up that she has after that falls flat.
That's right. Go Spurs, go! Spurs Jesus, you had a question?
God,
This is where we find ourselves. Spurs Jesus is holding a shovel head that just says build it. Our mayor is shouting go Spurs go to zero response after the press conference that she is now commandeered was local business leaders, hospitality groups, and Spurs Jesus doing a rally in support of Project Marvel right out in front of her office. So it's not like she traveled out of her way to go down there.
Yeah.
I'm not critiquing that part at all, but just all of the absurdity.
why would you give that guy any pub?
Well, that's a whole nother question. Yeah, that's
Spurs Jesus, can you hit us with a hot topic take? I wonder what you're gonna want.
I just love the fact that we
Because
now have.
is Spurs Jesus gonna think about all the poverty-stricken people in our city, like the real
Well, that
Jesus?
would be very Jesus of
That,
him.
or
Yeah.
are you just saying just build it?
I think it's the shovel head saying
F
build
all
it.
these poor.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both there.
F all these poor people.
I just love the fact that we now
They're
have
not going to buy
recorded
season tickets.
that we now have recorded in perpetuity her saying Spurs Jesus. I think you had a question or whatever she said there. Play it, LG.
Oh man, dude.
What are you going to say to the people? You said not on your watch. What are you going to say to the people of San Antonio when it happens on your watch? The Spurs decide to move to Austin, and we're left without. What about the economic impact study of what happened in San Antonio? And
Pause it there real quick. So his question was good until it turns to, what if they up and move to Austin? The Spurs aren't moving to Austin.
Yeah.
Spurs aren't moving anywhere. The Spurs are going to end up getting the stadium they want. This is all politics at this point. And just
you can
as
tell
bad.
which side this Jesus leans on.
Oh, correct. He's Second Amendment Jesus, pro-business Jesus. The honest arguments that both sides are making in pockets,
Yeah.
I think that part of the conversation absolutely needs to be had. That
Yeah.
like actually talking about, but
the accountability of each thing.
But when
and
one side
where the money's
says-
allocated, the itemized reports on it.
when
like,
one side says we have to do this or they're going to move to Austin, Vegas, wherever,
fear mongering.
and then the other side, exactly. And the other
It's just a
side, fear mongers of
propaganda
well,
technique.
we're not going to be able to do anything for our poverty residents if we build this stadium. Like, again, I think we have done a decent job of pointing out the absurdity of both of those positions
Yeah.
while agreeing with the mayor on a lot of things, while also calling out her style of communication, let's call it. Let's like going down and taking the microphone at a rally, a pro Project Marvel rally.
He already had the microphone in his hand. They like, why? I would have been like, get this clown out of here.
No, again, as you've heard a lot of people
He's
talk
not our
about
spokesman.
No, and that's the thing. You've heard a lot of people talk about, well, San Antonio is a top 10 city in America. That, what we saw on the steps of City Hall, that's not
stupid.
That's not the 7th biggest city in America type of behavior, type of shit. Like that, that's embarrassing. The amount of online.
This is going to be on John Oliver, dude. Damn it.
Oh, we
This
can
is gonna
only
be
hope.
on John Oliver.
God, I would hope. I would hope we get to that level.
This is going to be on Bill Maher, John Oliver, anything, dude. Like, we're going to get roasted for
well,
this
if it's
crap,
on Mar,
dude.
no one will see it at least. You like that?
I love me some Bill Maher.
I used to love him. I've soured. And it's not like it's like in the last year. It's like
He
5-6 years ago.
Changed his, he's consistent.
Yeah, but it stopped being as funny. And it was more like targeted. And it was a lot of what like Jon Stewart was before he went on self-imposed hiatus. Like it started, you could just tell it's kind of started to just be like mean and not as funny.
Yeah,
That's kind of where I lost it.
I think he's trying to I think he's getting so upset of like where, because he's an old school liberal, you know, and he's like, this woke crap has made us look stupid. And I think he's getting a little bitter on that, but he's not going to like.
Yeah, but
he's not going to take the bait to be like, now I'm going to be a Republican.
He's exactly
like
what you
so
said,
many
though.
other people.
He's old school liberal. Like there are plenty of new school liberal, like Nick Mullen, Adam Friedland, like the old Cumtown crew. Like there are plenty of young liberals. Did you never listen to it?
The Cumtown crew.
Oh, it's one of the most influential podcasts ever. It was Nick Mullen, Adam Friedland, and Stavi, the big fat stand-up comedian.
Oh yeah.
Greek dude from Baltimore. It was one of the absolute. I cannot recommend enough going to find, but it was that same kind of. It was very, very liberal.
Yeah.
But also very, very, and not woke. Let's put it that way. It was everything was a punching bag. But no, back to just the absurdity of that playing out. Obviously, we all know both sides are rallying support for Thursday. We talked about it on the last episode, the actual city council vote that the 2 votes we're going to get tomorrow in the meeting. The first vote that the mayor wants, asking for the strategic pause, and then the second vote being actual voting on moving forward on the agreed to term sheet. And I think there's
going to happen.
It feels again. That's why all of this, like her popping down there and asking Spurs Jesus if he had a question, it all
kills me. Man.
I think there are ways. Like for example, a lot of people are learning that we have Democrat Socialists of America city council members and people that like Gina was recommended by DSA. Although I think they called it, what did they say? It was something like it's a real Sophie's choice for mayor. Like they didn't like her, but it was better of the 2 options in their eyes. Obviously, my city council member in District 2, Jalen, member of DSA, the only actual member. And I think the way he has been messaging on X versus the way the mayor has been messaging, one of those feels very actually connected to the community, very in awareness of the conversations that actually are taking place versus the mayor's. It very much feels like it's just not being. It's not being combated in the same style. It's very much and she even says it later in this clip. We'll play more in a second. You know, it's like, but if we do what I want, or I mean, what I think we should do, but that's a bit of a Freudian slip in a way, because it does really just feel like you're doing it purely for yourself.
Yeah.
The optics aren't great. It doesn't feel like you're doing it actually for the poverty-stricken citizens.
You're doing it for your brand.
Exactly. And that's where I think a lot of the people that, you know, whether you, like I think I'm one of the ones that I tend to agree with a lot of what she's saying.
Yeah.
But the messaging and the way she's presenting it absolutely turns me off to the ideas.
Yeah.
Even though I still support them, think it's not a bad idea.
But we also want the stadium.
That's correct. And just the messaging about it, it absolutely, it does mean something. As silly, stupid as that sounds. Play some more,
It's
LG.
got to pop.
Yeah.
It's got to pop.
You got to connect.
Austin, and we're left without. What about the economic impact study of what happens to San Antonio and the economic impact when the Spurs leave?
So, to your point, the Spurs have never said that they would leave San Antonio. That is a comment. That is a fearful comment. I understand that, but the Spurs have never said that. The Spurs have never said, "Hey, City Council, if you don't vote on a term sheet on Thursday, we're leaving." They've never said that. Hold on, let's be. We've never said that. We've never said that. But that's not the question.
That was my question.
I understand that, but that is not. And I understand people are trying to, frankly, scare people into that. But again,
See, and I
we
think
have
she's
an
right on
opportunity
this.
to do this right. My concern is
You're
folks.
answering the question though.
Oh, I am answering the question.
God,
I am answering the
dude.
question.
If the Spurs left,
So it's the Spurs' decision. I want a deal. That's why I'm working so hard for it. If we do the things that I want, that I'm asking for, more data for the people and more public engagement, people will vote for this in November. More people will vote for it if they understand they're getting a good deal. I think fewer people will support it if they feel like they don't have all the data and they're getting this rammed through. So we are working very hard. I've told all the Spurs, you have never, Spurs Jesus, you have never heard me say, I do not want a deal. Let's get a deal. That requires having the data and that requires public input. That's what that requires.
She's talking like the fact that
This
our
guy
mayor
just wants
is
to-
addressing Spurs Jesus.
It's got to stop, man.
I couldn't stop laughing about
We're gonna get
all day.
roasted. Like, dude, the dude was just, well, why don't you answer my question? Why don't you like, would you take a Charlie Kirk freaking like montage video before you went up there and did a
Yeah, I think
answer the question?
There's definitely a big Steven Crowder vibe
Like, what do
to
you
that.
what do you classify?
Yeah,
what
yeah.
do you classify a woman and a man? X chromosome and Y chromosome. Huh? Like, it's like, dude, that's not. You listen to her. You know what I'm saying?
But it's not. That's
We don't need to engage in questions that aren't real.
exactly.
You know,
and that's why
they're not going to Austin.
Her answer to that, I think, was really good until she kind of let it slip a little bit. Whereas, like, if we do what I want, then I'll get the credit for more people supporting this in November when the county votes on it. And again, that's just my. I think there's a lot of people that are supportive of her.
Yeah.
That are in agreement with the people that can't stand her because of stuff like that. And at the end of the day, like you said, I think Thursday, I think we're going to end up seeing hers fail, the city manager's term sheet pass, and then we get to November on the county vote. And hopefully we're done seeing Spurs Jesus pop up at City Hall, because I don't know how much more.
Don't
of
give that
those.
man a mic, dude. Like, he dresses like Jesus and he goes to all the events and people buy him shit. He's a beggar.
You know, and okay, so there are layers to this too. There are.
I guess Jesus was a beggar too. Whatever. He
There
also
are
was a carpenter.
the a Raptors super fan. He's a chic dude,
Yeah.
a car
Oh, yeah,
salesman
yeah.
from up there at all the games. So he has the money to buy the tickets, to be the super fan, and also donates them to kids and stuff. And I saw a bunch of people rushing to come, like, our Superman or our super fan is a grifter that dresses up as Jesus, completely sacrilegious in a majority Catholic dominated city. And then this guy is actually paying for all of his stuff and giving his tickets away to underprivileged children. And
I don't know if I said it
kids
Monday or like I've been saying, I'm like, all these people who want attention, go be an adult and go get a stripper. Like, come on. You know, if you want attention that bad, pay for it.
Yeah, that's a problem though. Look, it's pretty funny. There is some humor or irony in the fact that the guy being given all of this stuff for free or being paid to appear as Spurs Jesus at events is also the one that is like
not thinking about like I'm just thinking about the bottom line. I'm thinking about my nut. Like I gotta get my nut. But what about my nut?
But I mean, okay. So what happens if they leave town? Then
I mean, what's up with the economics then, huh? Why don't you answer the question? Answer the question. I'm not gonna answer stupid questions. I would just say stuff like that, because I'm like, that is not like, what if an asteroid hits the Spurs stadium? What happens then? Like, I'm not gonna answer that stupid question.
Yeah. What else you got? Next one.
What next one? I was like, that's dumb.
Get
out of here.
Again, if nothing else, if we look back in, what is it, 2032? If we look back in 7 years
we're going to be on John Oliver again.
This week that was in our local politics, I think we'll have a lot of fun remembering when our mayor said, Spurs Jesus, I think you had a question.
Is that, man? That's going to be a drop.
Go Spurs, go.
Man, it wouldn't be our first time to be on John Oliver. Our morning crew people, they would always snipe at each other, the girl and the guy.
Oh yeah, that was Esteban.
Yeah, they did a montage on John Oliver about them, and I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah, we had a lot of those. We had a lot of those drops at some point when that first ran. LG, let's get to the lightning round and try to stay a little more on time tonight.
What, we're gonna be on time?
Maybe. I wanted to get to it early because I've got a lot for the closer.
Oh, okay.
But I'll hit you with this first. I saw this number. I know you've been bringing to the lightning round some random statistical comparisons. And thank you, Mayor. Thank you. Spurs Muse.
Go Spurs, go!
There it is. Spurs Muse had this graphic he put out, I think it was, earlier today. So this is most dunks by a player aged 39 or older since the year 2000.
Ooh, most dunks. I'm going to have to say, big man?
You would naturally
think it was a big man.
Yeah. The second guy on the list is a big man, and most of them along the way are big men.
And this is from what time to what time?
Since year 2000, anyone 39 years or older, the amount of times they've dunked.
So it has...
The number one answer is obvious.
Shaq.
No, it's the guy who's still dunking nightly playing at 40 years old, 41 years old.
LeBron.
Yeah, so, but the number, LeBron has 120. The next closest is Kevin Willis, former Spur, at 59. But here's some of the funnier
He was
names.
a bruiser.
He was. Here's some of the funnier. So Jordan only had 22 from age 39 or older. Ginobili, 9. Same as Taj Gibson, which is just kind of funny. But Ginobili still dunking it 9 times at 39 or older. That was 5 more than Tim Duncan. Duncan only had 4. That was 2 more than David Robinson. Actually, I think that's a different Robinson. That's got to be a different Robinson, right?
David Robinson?
He didn't play it till 39. He wasn't that
that
old.
was last year? Like, his back was about blown out in 2003?
Yeah, I don't think he was that. It's got to be a different. Well, maybe I don't know. I'll do research. But the other funny one, Dirk and Hakeem Olajuwon both had 3. The fact that Dirk had 3 dunks after the age of 39.
The Germans.
Yeah, that one. That was the number. KG had 1. Paul Pierce had 1. That's about it on that, though. Oh, Patrick Ewing had 12. That was your last double-digit guy on the list.
Hit me, LG. So coming back to comparisons, I'll bring you one of my own. Babe Ruth and Shohei Ohtani. All right, 159 home runs, and this is Babe Ruth. 159 home runs in his first 674 career games. His win-loss in pitching was 35-18 in his first 455 career innings pitched. Shohei won 60 home runs in his first 674 games and a win-loss of 35-19 in his first 455 games.
It's oddly similar.
Like damn near exact.
Identical almost.
That's crazy, man.
Oh, it's so weird. That's why the comparisons.
That's sellout.
Comparing Ohtani to anybody except Babe Ruth.
Yeah. And Babe Ruth got to pitch just because he told him, I want to pitch.
And then stopped pitching.
Yeah.
I think what's the story behind it? Because it was like he had gotten like it wasn't an injury, but there was some.
Oh, John Goodman back in the day, the Babe.
Yeah, there was some reason. we might have to follow up on that because I can't remember. Hit me, LG. Speaking of Spurs, the Austin Spurs actually have a new head coach. They
already moved?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. They'll be playing in
Jesus.
Moody.
I apologize for everything, you grifter.
It turns out you were correct. No, they hired the only reason I'm saying it's kind of a just funny connection because obviously had a lot of success with Australian players, of course, Patty, but not just Patty. Now the Austin G League team, their new coach is a dude named Jacob Chance. The last 2 seasons, he's been an assistant coach in the National Basketball League, which is Australian league.
Okay.
So we're tapping back into
our Aussie roots.
I like it. I love it. We need more Aussie. The Aussies are wild ass. Aaron Baines getting carried out by Timmy after celebrating at the club. We need more Aussies. I think that could be the key to deep postseason runs.
Yeah, hit me, LG. All right. We have no other than our Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, who, as we all seen in the last South Park episode, really likes puppies. She said that she will paint the border wall black so it will make it harder to climb. Why do we have dumbasses running stuff in our country?
Well, okay, devil's advocate, or not even devil's advocate, but how is that? What's the logic behind it?
Black absorbs heat.
So it's making it hotter?
Yeah, it's not like they can't get a pair of gloves or nothing.
Or
dig underneath it.
Maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but don't most crossings happen at night anyway?
Yeah.
Possibly?
Yeah.
I mean, that just seems logical too. Yeah,
How much paint? How much of my tax dollars in paint is going to go to make a rust-colored fence black?
Yeah, I think you're going to lose that battle at this point. It's literally a drop in the bucket. Hit me, LG. You mentioned Daniel Jones. Danny Dimes named the Colts starter. I didn't realize the more I read about it, the Anthony Richardson pick, 4th overall, out of Florida after he had only played in like 10 college games, something ridiculously small.
Yeah.
Bill Parcells used to always talk about when he scouted college quarterbacks, the first number he looked at was the amount of games they played in. the amount of snaps they took.
Yeah.
And if a guy hadn't played 2 full seasons in college, unless he was just, unanimous top prospect, that was someone Bill didn't spend a whole lot of more time scouting. The Anthony Richardson one,
They thought they had him in Cam Newton.
so reading more, they didn't think that. The late Jim Irsay thought that.
Oh.
And when Irsay passed away, that's kind of when I think a lot of Colts beat writers and a lot of
He
people
just
that
doesn't. He's kind of like he was like the Trey Lance. He doesn't have the touch. He can throw it down the field 70, 80 yards in the air, but
do you remember
a little out route touch or through the middle,
Do you remember a quarterback named Kyle Bowler? He was a Ravens first-round draft pick. He played played at Cal. He was a Cal Berkeley dude. He was his big thing. I remember in the lead up to the NFL draft that year, there was a rumor going around that he could be sitting on his knees at the 50-yard line and still throw the football through the uprights.
Yeah.
And that was
The
just
old
the
Jamarcus
sign.
Russell thing.
1,000%.
On one knee, you can throw it 70 yards.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it feels like at some point the league probably should get an understanding or an idea that that's not what makes a good quarterback.
Yeah.
That's never been the identifier of someone that's going to succeed.
That arm strength.
And we're seeing it with Joe Milton. I mean, he looks like Nolan Ryan every time he throws a pass. No touch.
It's
full
like the
speed.
long drive people. Yeah, they can hit the ball a ton.
Oh, that's a great comp.
Yeah, can they putt?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Can they chip it on the green?
Yeah,
with
you're
touch?
seeing some dude that can bomb it 500 yards, but has no other attributes that would make them a good golfer.
Yeah,
That's a great comp.
And 1 out of every 4 is not on the fairway. Hit me, LG. So, did you know they caught one of the WNBA dildo throwers?
Is it the one we were talking about where he got 2 charges? We were talking about how ridiculous.
No, this is after the one.
Oh, this is another one. No.
18-year-old Caden Lopez. And he looks about what you think a guy throwing dildos out.
What
look
exactly?
like.
Okay, actually, that checks out.
Checks out.
Yeah,
A local screwball.
If you guys want to Google Caden Lopez with a K, just like all my son's friends named Aiden, Jaden, Gaden, Daden, Baden, Naden, like what is going on with like?
Yeah,
stop.
that is absolutely.
It drives me out. No, it's Andon. You know Andon, and I'm like, yeah. I was like, I also know Aiden and Jaden. Like, come on, man, give me a break.
Yeah, anytime there's a K when it could be a C, I have questions. First of all, I grew up next to a town that had the Coffee Cup Cafe.
That's East Texas,
and
dude.
they didn't change that third K for years. Yeah. It was.
There's one that have you ever seen? What was it? Something country corner or something.
Oh yeah.
As you go down 281 towards like Corpus Christi and everything, it's all KKK. And I'm like, it's like Chris Country Corner or something. I'm like, yeah, that's not obvious.
Yeah, don't. I'm going to have. You can try to explain all you want.
Yeah.
But I have absolutely no time.
We need more dildo throwing. Come on, man. Let's see. Let's get a couple colors involved in here, not just green. One's got to stick. Get the suction cup ones.
We've kind of hit a lull now. Like
see,
it's been.
I told you. Like, what's the over under on a dildo throw on the WNBA?
Well, I bet we could find it on Polymarket.
Polymarket. I'm gonna say it has dropped down to got to be a 1 in 20 because they really. I guess they're patting down crotches now. Sir?
Yeah.
What is this? That's my penis.
It appears. Oh, I need that drop. Yeah, it appears as if the odds are no longer posted. The last one I can see is from August 10th, so that was 10 days ago now. Hit me, LG. If you're buying frozen shrimp at Walmart, just be prepared. They're going to be more radioactive than they already were to begin with.
How's a radioactive isotope get into frozen shrimp?
That's why we need to buy American, Cap. If you were just buying your
American.
shrimp from the Gulf,
From
the Gulf
Louisiana,
of America.
Gulf of America, we don't have radioactive. It'd just be covered in oil.
Yeah, it's cesium-137, a radioactive isotope that is made through nuclear reactions and exposure. Thank you, Maya Say. Exposure to the substance over time could pose a potential health concern. Yeah, that's, I think that's putting it lightly. But
That just reminds me of the whatchamacallit, the HBO miniseries.
Oh, The Last of Us?
No. What does that have to do with radioactive? That's fungi. Have you ever watched it?
I played the game.
Yeah, so the what happened in real life with Gorbachev and
Oh,
what's that city? God,
yeah, the meltdown, the nuclear Chernobyl.
Yeah, Chernobyl. Yeah, Chernobyl. Like you saw these, like they were pretty graphic on how like what happened after radiation.
It's pretty graphic.
Yeah,
it's
just like,
not good.
It's like, wow.
Only other thing I had before we close out, I don't know if you have one more or not, but
I'm good.
Fellas,
little light today.
the tariffs are getting real. They have finally hit me where it potentially hurts the most.
Old records.
No, the records are still fine. We can get those printed in America. We're still fine there. PlayStation, Sony announced they're raising
Yeah.
the prices of all PlayStation 5s by $50.
What was it? Oh, LG put me on to he put the Joe Rogan mics on that are made in Japan and they got tariffed.
Oh,
By how much, LG?
$100.
$100.
God.
And the ones that he wants are from Germany. No tariffs.
Oh,
Hey,
Okay.
Till that Germans piss him off.
I don't even know who it is anymore. It used to be Angela Merkel.
Yeah, wasn't it the female, like the one where you like stood in front of, like at the
Yeah.
like excuse me.
Yeah, I think they. Oh yeah, that's right. It's Mers now. He was just in the. He was
Isn't he
just
the conservative? Isn't he the conservative?
He's a little more,
Yeah.
but they've swung conservative, but not full because they're still a little. Believe it or not, Germany's
not
still
QAnon,
still
not
a little
QAnon.
hesitant to go full right wing again. All right, hit me, LG. Let's close with this because this is going to take a minute. August 19th, 2020. 5 years ago from yesterday, we had
Day.
one of the worst cases of being caught on a hot mic ever.
Oh,
3-0 ball game with the Reds in front of the Royals. We go to the top half of the fifth inning. Castellanos to lead things off. Jim Day's going to be taking us the rest of the way through this game as Holland takes over on the mound. I made a comment earlier tonight that I guess went out over the air that I am deeply ashamed of. If I have hurt anyone out there, I can't tell you how much I say from the bottom of my heart. I'm so very, very sorry
that I got caught.
I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith. As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run. And so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game. I don't know if I'm going to be putting on this headset again. I don't know if it's going to be for the Reds. I don't know if it's going to be for my bosses at Fox. I'm going to apologize for the people who signed my paycheck for the Reds, for Fox Sports Ohio, for the people I work with, for anybody that I've offended here tonight. I can't begin to tell you how deeply sorry I am. That is not who I am and never has been. And I'd like to think maybe I could have some people that could back that up.
Like my one black friend.
I am very, very sorry, and I beg for your forgiveness.
Now,
Jim Day will take you the rest of the way home.
Jim Day, that's my favorite. That's
3-0 ball game.
That might be my favorite part where Jim Day's
Jim Day's going to take you
the rest of the way home.
Because they're like, get your ass.
You've got,
off the
you're
air.
done. Like, get this wrapped up. So yeah,
Wasn't it like a homophobic remark?
So his initial explanation was he was making a Blazing Saddles reference when he called Kansas City the gay slur capital of the world. He's like, it's the capital of the world in very Tom Brenneman voice, which I've seen Blazing Saddles 100 times.
I mean, how many times did you just hear that word watching Waiting?
Just now before,
talking about the
hit
bat
him with
wing.
the brain
Now
and the
make
bat
sure
wing.
you call them up each time,
exactly,
just to drive home the point that we're not gay here.
Different time. Again, if you're doing it on a Mel Brooks movie or a highly underrated but still shitty Ryan Reynolds comedy, those are two different environments than on a play-by-play of a.
That is a classic, sir. For
It's
all
great.
those waiters,
It's great.
Have you ever been a waiter?
Yeah, I waited tables on the Riverwalk
All right.
the first 2 weekends I lived here, and then I said,
You were not a waiter, dude.
I had done it before.
You were not in the club.
I had done it before.
You got to put years in that life, sir.
I had in college, maybe not years, maybe still months added collectively. So the great thing about, obviously, Tom Brenneman, they took him, he lost his job. I think he was doing Ohio high school football games. Now he's got a job with the CW doing ACC games. Right. And it was funny, last year, one of his first games of the season was a Boston College game.
Oh, God.
Their starting quarterback's last name was Castellanos. No relation, but Tom had fun with that. But some of the other, it's not that it became the Castellanos story and not the Tom Brenneman story, which I think in the long run is for the better, because let's not remember the gay slur he dropped. Let's start blaming Nick Castellanos for everything that happens in our world. Here's a running list of some of the random things that have happened on the same day or at the exact same time that Castellanos hit a home run, okay? His first career home run as a professional baseball player. He was a minor leaguer for the West Michigan Whitecaps. On the same night that Obama announced we had killed Osama bin Laden, Nick Castellanos hit his first career professional home run. So that was May 1st, 2011. That's where it really started. And then we got the
it gets freakier than that.
September 11th. Can I interest you in a September 11th connection? 2021, 20th year anniversary of the September 11 attacks. Castellanos hits another deep drive to left field in the third inning. Got a home run there. During pregame, during a Memorial Day tribute by Phillies play-by-play guy Tom McCarthy, honoring American veterans, American service members who had lost their lives. Right in the middle of that, Castellanos hits a home run. I think that one's more, he was celebrating along with them. During roughly a half hour after the announcement of the death of Willie Mays, the Phillies won their game on a walk-off hit by Castellanos. Not a home run, just a double.
Does he get just juiced from like horrible things?
He hit, well, here's two for both sides of our political leanings. He hit a home run on the same day that Trump was shot. He also
allegedly
hit a home run on the same day that Joe Biden announced he was dropping out of the race. So he got both sides of our politics here in America.
Oh man!
He hit a home run 3 minutes after Ovechkin broke Wayne Gretzky's all-time NHL goal record. God, I'm cutting some of these because there are so. And granted, now it's all about Castellanos hit a home run. Let's see what happened or what. But the other one that I remembered specifically. This one was ironically enough, during a Kansas City Royals game.
Oh, buddy.
And the Royals are eulogizing a guy, a World War II veteran, George Gorman, whose son had been working for the Royals for almost 30 years. And this was what the eulogy sounded like.
Well, we're going to tell you about a great man, and it's a loss for the Royals family. This is George Gorman, who passed away at the age of 96. He served our country in World War II. He went to the University of Kansas, and so did his son, Pat Gorman, who's been working for the Royals in the clubhouse for 26 years. Wow. And that was Pat's father. But that's a great life, 96 years. And Pat, just like his dad, went to KU. He also went to Bishop Ward High School. Ooh. There's a drive into deep left center field, and there's never a great time to eulogize someone during the broadcast, so we apologize for the timing, but our hearts go out to Pat, who's just been a tremendous loyal employee to the Royals. And his wife Katie.
Just hearing the pop of the bat like it's a sniper shot.
It's a no doubt.
He's like, he just took out the World War II veteran himself with the home run.
Man, he's just upstaging everybody. He's the one-upper.
Yeah, like I said, there is if you are interested, there is a whole Wikipedia page that is just titled "A Drive into Deep Left Field" by Castellanos that has all of these occurrences.
Oh, buddy.
So I lost quite a bit of time this afternoon diving into these, and some of them I had completely forgotten. Another one, former Phillies manager Charlie Manuel had just had a stroke, and the announcers were talking about how he was going to have a long rehab ahead of him, and we're all pulling for you, Charlie. And then Castellanos hits the home run. Yeah, so there again, I did about half of them. There is a whole, and a lot of it now is just
that man needs to go like wash his body off in the lakes of Minnetonka or something, man.
Yeah, he needs to buy a Powerball ticket from HEB, like the person that just won.
How much?
I didn't see how much it was. I just saw it was one of.
Oh, it was here.
Yeah.
Give me that name. I'm gonna track him down.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like we need some mics.
Get Nick Castellanos on it. Well, that'll do it for the Wednesday night edition here. Remember, we've got Cowboys Friday night. We've got the City Council vote tomorrow, and then Saturday, college football. First college football Saturday of the year. Not a full slate.
Oh, isn't it? Oh, this is the little ones.
This is the little ones. Next week, Memorial Day weekend, we'll talk a lot of college football. Yeah, Labor Day. Talk a lot of college football next week. Cap, let them know how to find you.
And we still got 4 slots in our fantasy football league. Hit me up on the Capitan210 at gmail.com. TheCapitan 210 at gmail.com. Or you can hit me on my Instagram, the Captain's Chair 210.
Yeah. If you want to find me on X at Biggest Puma, Instagram biggest.puma. LG, when's the next stream?
Saturday night.
Saturday night with LG. Hop in on that. Appreciate all of y'all hopping in tonight. We are closing in on 10,000 downloads, boys. We're going to cross it with this episode. I didn't want to say too much at the beginning, but I'm pretty happy. Thank y'all for the support.
Thank y'all.
Only getting started. So till we talk again, y'all be good. Peace.
Peace.
Kids, what do we say about drugs?
Only thugs use drugs. They don't do drugs.
Yeah.